Welcome back, everybody. This is Chris and Jon for the Card Pantheon podcast. Just care
Hey,
to say hello.
everyone.
Excellent. So yeah, it's another lovely summer evening, and it's been so hot. I'm tired of this global warming.
Dude, same though. Same. How hot it's been in California, dude?
Oh man, it fluctuates. Like it was 96 today, but it was fog this morning.
Dude. It was like 98 or something here today. Fucking crazy.
Yeah, I'm not ready for the rest of the summer. But welcome everybody. This is Card Pantheon podcast. We still need to come up with a name. So if you have any suggestions or comments or concerns, you can always comment below. Yeah.
By the way, speaking about commenting, we got another prize. It's another giveaway. It's another 2021 Yu-Gi-Oh! Mega Tin. And basically, all you need to do is look around for the Zambo that's dancing around. He's somewhere, anywhere on the screen. Could be anywhere.
Yep.
All you have to do is put the timestamp down below, and if you're the first one to timestamp it, you get the prize.
I love free stuff.
Right? We actually had someone enter into our first video and win something. So
there you go. Okay, awesome. So it's been a week. Have you been up to anything nerdy or geeky in the geeky atmosphere?
Kind of. I've been super thinking about what it means to be like a well-rounded man or something like that. So I guess it's kind of nerdy, not so much geeky, but I've been trying to teach myself like a few extra hobbies, I guess, a few extra skills. Like I've been starting to relearn how to computer program.
Ooh.
So I'm starting out with like C++ and Python and all that, but so far I'm making no headway, but I have a notepad opened up and I'm trying to make it say hello world when I open my computer.
Hey, that's pretty awesome though.
So we'll see how that goes. Besides that, I got another comic book.
Hercules.
Yep. Hang on, let's see. Let's see. It's not zooming. There we go. So this is from September of 1975. It's issue 1. The reason I picked it up is because the new Thor movie, Love and Thunder, allowed for the entry of other gods into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And Hercules is one of the gods that they've actually made a whole slew of comic books about.
That's pretty rad. Have you seen the movie yet?
I have not. Have you?
No, that's something I'm going to do this weekend for sure.
Mm-hmm. I've been trying to talk Amanda into going, but she hasn't been feeling up to it.
That's fair. It's also so expensive these days, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it's like the cheapest thing you can do for a date night, though.
Yeah, and you're still copping up like $50 though.
Oh yeah, every time.
Single-handedly. But yeah, for me, I've been rewatching the Yu-Gi-Oh anime.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. I think the first 2 seasons. And I just finished up with the Dungeon Dice Monsters. Do you remember that?
Oh no, with Duke Devlin.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a jerk and I'll tell you how to play this game.
I hate that story arc.
Me too. It's a cool concept, but again, it's one of those like we have to explain every 15 minutes what's going on. And I'm like, I get it. It's dice. But yeah, it's one of those like nostalgia trips.
Yeah.
It's one of those where it's like as cringy as it is, it's like, man, I remember watching this on Saturday mornings and really just kicking it with a bowl of cereal.
Oh yeah,
watching 4 kids. But yeah, that kind of leads into our first question of the podcast. Nice triple angle, by the way.
Oh yeah, I was just trying to fix this other camera. There we go. I fixed it.
Nice.
Now let's just hope we don't end up freezing. We had technical difficulties earlier, everyone. So
Technology, I swear.
Right? Can't live with it, can't live without it.
Yeah, exactly.
Before we get into the main topics, I actually do have to say two things. First of all, the Yu-Gi-Oh! National Championships just happened, so we have a new Yu-Gi-Oh! World U.S. champion. He'll be going to Worlds to represent us. And then, secondly, you mentioned how you are rewatching Yu-Gi-Oh! Me and Amanda binge watched all of Full Metal Alchemist over the last 3 days.
Oh gosh. How many episodes is that?
That's 62, I believe.
Good God.
Yeah, but if you watch it on something like Hulu, which is where we watched it, they're only 23 to 25-minute long episodes.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, because you miss out on the theme song, or you can skip the theme song, and also no commercials. So
yeah, no, that actually, I love seeing 22 minutes. When I see 44, I'm like, I don't know if I can invest this much.
Oh yeah, dude, that's way too much.
Yeah,
but yeah, and I just want to say I absolutely love the theming behind Full Metal Alchemist. It's a story about God, but without being religious. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I can totally get behind that, spirituality and something bigger than just one singular religion, for sure.
Because Ed and Alphonse, the two brothers, they're clearly on the side of science and the closest to the closest to an atheist you can get in the show, basically. And they even admit that there's a higher power. They call it truth, but it's still they subscribe to the idea that the reason they ended up in the bodies they had is because they messed with the realm of God.
Got too close to the sun kind of mentality. Yeah,
exactly. The best part though, I really love, there's not a single character I hate in that show besides the fucker that transmuted his daughter and dog together to make a human chimera. Everyone hates him. But
fair enough. Yeah.
Honestly, all the other bad guys are nothing compared to that asshole. But besides that though, there's not a single character I dislike. All of the humans or all the bad guys and everything in it, whether they be human or homunculus, are all really likable characters, I guess. You can get behind all of them. The big bad at the end, his whole thing is when he goes back. So he absorbs God, or what he thinks is God, and then he loses control of the power of God, and then he's confronted with his version of God, the truth, basically. And he asks God, why did you reject me? And God goes, because you thought you knew better than me, basically. And he said, and all the bad guy said was, what's wrong with wanting to know more? What's wrong with wanting to know everything? And it's that is such a pure endeavor.
It's not from a malicious point of view. It's just posing a question, a very philosophical question.
Yeah. Or the other ending where Ed brings back Alphonse, brings back his body. Ed gives up his ability to be an alchemist because alchemy is symbolized with a portal of truth that stands behind them, basically, when they're confronting truth. And when Truth asks Ed what he's going to pay in order to bring Alphonse back, Truth thinks he's going to pay a lot of people's lives to bring his brother back. And Ed just goes, what if I gave up my whole portal of truth? And the basically God looks really confused for a second. He's like, what do you mean? And he's like, this is my portal of truth. I can do with it what I want, right? And then God's like, yes, but if you give that up, you'll never be able to be an alchemist. You'll never know the full truth. You'll just be a mere human. And then Ed has a really powerful moment where he looks at Truth and he goes, what do you mean I will only be a mere human? I've been nothing else but that this whole time.
Yeah. It's like the Iron Man quote, if you're nothing without the suit, then you shouldn't have it, kind of mentality.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know.
So anyway, that's my bit about Full Metal Alchemist. We have a podcast to go to.
Oh yeah. So on the lines of anime and just animated stuff in general, especially at the 90s, kicking it back with a bowl of cereal. What is some of your favorite crossovers from your childhood, or even now, to be honest?
All right, Chris, follow me on this.
Mhm.
Do you remember the show Johnny Bravo?
Yes.
And do you remember the show Scooby Doo?
Yes, I do.
The Scooby Doo Johnny Bravo crossover is the best crossover of all time. Fight me on it.
You're not going to do the Scooby Doo meets the WWE?
No, or Scooby Doo meets the Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh god! Oh yeah, the original one. Ooh.
Yeah, but no. Scooby Doo meets Johnny Bravo.
Oh man. Yeah, I actually remember it vaguely.
Or Batman and Scooby Doo. Did you ever see that one?
Oh my god, yeah.
That one
Fucking
was pretty
Boomerang.
good too. Basically, any of the Scooby Doo crossovers are just amazing because they make no sense at all.
Yeah, it is kind of weird, right? Like what they did to swing those kind of.
Yeah,
I know WB owns like a lot of like the superhero genre stuff, but it is always weird to see Shaggy
right.
bumping elbows with other people.
But
It
yeah,
kind of reminds me of God. No, just thinking about all the really bad animation from the original Scooby Doo,
oh
the
yeah.
run cycles and stuff. Really rough.
Yeah, like half the shots are just recycled every episode.
Everyone's running down a corridor. Yeah.
Mhm.
No, but that's a really good pick. I mean, it's really nostalgic and good God, there's so much potential in those kind of things. They should do more, actually.
Dude, the sad part is Johnny Bravo can never exist in today's society.
Oh, he'd be canceled in a minute. Yeah.
Dude, there was. So this is funny because this was all before you brought up this your outline to me today. But last night I'm sitting on my phone watching just like TikTok videos and Facebook videos.
Mm-hmm.
And a scene from Johnny Bravo comes up, and because like, the guy's like, if you were from the 90s, you remember stuff like this. And Johnny Bravo gets like, so he Johnny Bravo's always hitting on women, right?
Of course.
So he ends up in this one woman's house, and this woman activates a security system that like bolts him to a table, like hands out like this, legs spread apart. And he goes, "Mama told me there'd be women like this. I hope she's right." And it's
Yeah,
like this was a show meant for kids. This wasn't even on Adult Swim or late night. This was like come home from school, it's playing.
Yeah. Oh man, the 90s were a different place, to be honest.
Or Courage the Cowardly Dog, like fucking half of that shit was like cocaine fueled dreams.
It was a fever dream. It was just weird. Let's throw everything at the wall and see what sticks kind of horror.
I remember. Do you? Maybe you don't. Do you remember the very first promo video of Courage the Cowardly Dog?
I don't actually.
So, do you remember the movie for Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island?
Oh yeah, yeah.
If you bought the VHS, I can't remember if it played after the credits or before, but there was a promo video of Courage the Cowardly Dog. And it was, I forget what the monster is, but it's like a wraith or something. It's standing out in the cornfield saying, "Courage."
Oh,
and
dude.
like, yeah, it's so haunting, especially since like Scooby-Doo is more like all the monsters are fake. And Courage is like basically Scooby-Doo if Scooby-Doo did shrooms, cocaine, and meth all at the same time.
With real monsters.
Yeah, with real monsters.
Yeah.
Like these things are really going to kill you, dude, if you mess up.
Dude, imagine a Scooby-Doo and Courage crossover. Oof.
Ooh, no, Scooby and Shaggy would be dead, my dude.
But yeah, no, that was a good pick. Honestly, I didn't even think about that, to be honest.
Yeah, but what's your crossover?
One of my all-time favorites before like the Marvel movies had like the Avengers and stuff. There was the Amazing Spider-Man back in the 90s on I think it was 4Kids, or I think it was Fox or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They did a 3-part miniseries called The Secret Wars.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you remember that one.
Yeah, but, I do.
The Beyonder essentially brings down a chessboard and essentially has the good versus evil camps. And it's just an amazingly well-written portion of the show. And there's so many crossovers between Captain America, Storm from the X-Men, and just seeing and geeking out like, oh my God, it's happening. It's actually happening. Oh, dang, look at that. Green Lantern and Silver Surfer.
Yeah, Marvel and DC did this back in '95. It's called the Unholy Alliance.
That would be an interesting read, to be honest.
Yeah, I kind of want to get my hands on it, but like a really high quality graded version is pretty hard to come by.
Oh, yeah, honestly.
So,
But
yeah.
yeah, no, I mean, I love seeing those kind of weird crossovers and just thinking about who could be who. It was always,
Did you have action figures when you were a kid, Chris?
I had a couple.
Did you ever make them fight each other in like huge mashup, like battle royales?
Yeah, ever since I watched like bunch of like the older kung fu movies like Jackie Chan and just like staged out like I had like a Link figurine from Ocarina of Time and I was
Oh
like, oh yeah,
god.
he could totally beat up Mario. And then Super Smash Brothers came out in 1999. I was like, everything's coming to fruition.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I used to have a lot of action figures, and I would like sit because I was basically an only child, right? So
Mhm.
like I would sit there alone in my room and I'd make them fight, and I would create like tournament brackets. So it'd be like, first up is Iron Man versus Batman. And then like I would argue with myself like out loud, like, well, let's see. So Batman has this, but Iron Man has this. So Iron Man would come out ahead, like some pompous asshole, like. And then I had a Goku and Gohan action figure, and they always won. Sometimes they traded off, like whichever one would win would trade off, but one of those two always won. What were your battle royales like?
It was very much like a 4 versus 4. Like I'd have enough to like strategize and be like, well, these two would obviously die first, and like it always end up to be like I think I had like a Superman figure at one point. It's like, of course, but I also had a Power Rangers one.
Oh,
It's like,
which Power Ranger was it though?
The white one.
Oh yeah, the white one's white is right, my dude.
I didn't say that. But yeah, no, but it's like, well, you can technically move at light speed, and like I was like, again, it's like start strategizing, like, well, Superman can like move or like go back in time, and like it was just a weird mashup, honestly.
Oh yeah, every time, dude. Or did you ever have like Pokemon plushies that you would make battle each other?
I had a couple of toys from like Burger King when they sold those.
Yeah,
like
from KFC. KFC is the one that sold them.
Yeah, I had a couple of those. I had like a Poliwag that was like a water squirter as well.
Oh yeah. I used to have the plushies, and I wouldn't even like you know how like in Pokemon nowadays they combine moves together to create better moves.
Oh yeah.
Like I created stuff like that like all the time. Like I had a Zubat that was my favorite plushie. I don't know why it was my favorite plushie, but so I always wanted to win. So I would make believe that it was the world's fastest Zubat, so he could just circle his opponent and create like a vacuum where there was no oxygen in here and basically kill a Pokemon to make it stop breathing.
You mean faint?
Yes. But yeah. And then this was the wackiest part. I had a random Knuckles plushie like from Sonic. And I would make him battle the Pokemon too. I don't know how that made sense in my brain, but he was like the only non-Pokemon plushie. And like sometimes he would win instead of the Zubat.
Well, I mean, I guess they're technically animals, so I can kind of see like the the head canon that you put in there.
Right? But yeah, so mashups have always been a big part of our lives, I think.
Yeah, Super Smash Brothers really tied it all together with the Ultimate. Yeah.
Did you ever watch the anti-drug mashup where they decided to make
drug?
Yeah, so they made Michelangelo clearly wait, can we agree Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtles is clearly the most likely to be a stoner?
Oh yeah.
They made him the like mascot of it. And they had Alf, the fucking furry alien that eats cats. And they also had fucking here, hang on. Keep talking, Chris. I'm just gonna track this down real quick.
Oh God, this is gonna be one of those like nice little treasures that'll reawaken people's memories.
Yeah, if you had to have seen this at least once. I think it was like a Bill Clinton like presidential campaign thing.
Oh, like a government mandated thing where they.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Cartoon All Stars is what it's called. To the Rescue. It came out in 1990. So hang on, we're totally going to get copyright struck for this, aren't we, Chris?
It wouldn't be the first time.
And it won't be the last. You couldn't hear that, right?
No, I didn't hear any of that.
Okay, cool.
Neither will the YouTube overlords. Man, this animation is top notch.
Right? At some point we'll have to do like a whatchamacallit, a Twitch live stream where we just watch stuff like this, the Ronald McDonald movies and all of that.
Oh god.
It'll be great.
Papa Smurf.
Oh yeah, I forgot the Smurfs were in here. All right, everyone's fucking Smurfette, right?
If I had to wager, yeah. There's too many people in the village not to.
Okay.
So this was.
So right now,
oh god,
the older brother is so like the brother just left the room. Oh yeah, Garfield's in here too. He's a lamp, but see.
Oh man, that was a thing, wasn't it?
Do you not remember this? Did you never see this?
No, I was born in 92, so I must have missed it.
I was born in 91 and I've still seen this.
It was never on my radar. It just looks so weird.
Wow, Chris basically just admitted he did copious amounts of drugs in his childhood.
It's because I didn't watch this.
Exactly.
This could have prevented a lifelong struggle.
Oh man.
Man, Alvin and the Chipmunks were super big back in the 90s,
yeah,
right?
Dude.
Yeah,
dude, I love the Alvin and Chipmunks. Did you ever watch their like holiday specials?
I think I watched it once, but the voices really got to me.
Ah, here he comes. Oh, Winnie the Pooh also.
It is interesting that they were able to get the line work and everything right, except for Alf. Alf just looks so out of place. I know he's a puppet, but
Kermit.
Good God.
This is 25 minutes, by the way. Wait, hang on. Was there another cartoon All-Stars? Hang on. We're doing this, Chris. We're going deep into here, hang on. I'll let you keep watching that while I research on my other monitor. Cartoon All-Stars 2.
Oh God, it's the ghost from Ghostbusters. What the hell?
Yeah.
Yep, this has convinced me never to do drugs ever again.
Right. But the crazy part is, to think this up, I feel the creators had to be doing drugs, right?
It's such a weird mashup, honestly.
Oh yeah, here you go. So they're about to go under his bed, and they're going to find this box, right? The sister found it first. And it's joints and marijuanas.
Only losers use drugs.
That's pretty much what he's saying right now.
I figured.
Yeah, like, what a crazy change in society we've made. Like, think about it. Like, marijuana is recreationally legal in like most states now, I'm pretty sure, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it's fucking like, this was just in the 90s. They were saying like only dopes use dope.
Oh God. That face.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my new screensaver.
Here, hang on.
That's gonna go in the thumbnail.
Oh God, hang on. What's the highest? Oh my God, this only goes up to 240p.
That's all we need. That's all we need, John.
All right, there we go. There we go. Screen cap this, Chris.
Done and done.
Oh man. Okay, here we go. We have to speed this up. Oh, so this is the marijuana man right here. He comes from the cigarette smoke, actually. Cigarettes are the gateway to harder drugs like marijuana and cocaine.
And dang.
Why does this guy look like Wheeler? Why does this guy look like Wheeler from Captain Planet, by the way? Wait, hang on. Hang on. These are all Captain Planet characters. This is Wheeler. This is fucking the blonde bitch that controlled wind. This is the dude from Africa that controls Earth.
I
had to dance around that, Chris, so hard. Like, I can't remember his fucking name. And this guy's Mati. You know, the loser that got the power of heart, whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean. All we're missing is the Aqua bitch from Asia.
Dang, John. I feel like the kid right there.
Right,
I don't know what's going on either.
Oh, they got Bugs Bunny also.
I wonder how much was spent on this for all the licensing rights. You know what I mean?
Like most of these companies probably gave it to them because remember it was the Clinton administration, so they were probably like, "Oh yeah, we'll help out the president and his wife."
So strange, man.
And here's a time machine.
Yeah,
she's not even on drugs. She's not even on drugs, and she freaks out.
Man, there's a bear right in front of me. Yeah, I don't know about this. I was on game. I was like on par for it, but some of this animation's super jank.
But don't you want to be cool, Chris? Only fools use drugs.
I remember seeing.
That hot breath on his neck, though. Did you catch that? Oh,
I'd rather not.
This guy's definitely the guy that takes advantage of you after you've taken like copious amounts of drugs at the party, right? Like
that sleazy, like yeah,
like he's clearly the oldest person in the room too. You know, he's like the 40-something-year-old or the late 30-year-old that gives all like the college kids like all the drugs and alcohol they want, right?
Oh God. Yeah, no, this is I don't remember watching this at all.
Oh wait, was that a crack pipe? That's a fucking crack pipe right there. What the fuck? I don't remember this part at all. Jesus. Man, they
really is a gateway drug.
Yeah, man, they laid that on so thick. He went from like a cigarette to weed to cocaine and now crack.
Yeah, this
Cowabunga, dude. Dude, we don't take drugs laced with other drugs. Only the purest of ecstasy.
Man, this is just
Oh God.
The Muppet Babies.
Fucking Miss Piggy taking advantage of Kermit.
Man.
Oh, by the way, they're going through his brain on drugs right now. This is his brain.
Because of course. What kind of magic school bus episode is this?
Oh, what was his name? Suezo or something like that?
Oh, you remember the blue puppet when
Chris, I've never lied that I'm a bad person sometimes, okay?
Oh no.
All right, here. Okay, I'm gonna look up the fucking Earth guy from Captain Planet. Captain Planet Earth ring.
Oh yeah, in the 90s, everything was on a skateboard.
Oh yeah, of course. All right. All right. His name is Kwame. Kwame. You tell me, Chris. Hang on. Time out, Chris. You tell me if I did not say.
This is
no,
on you.
No, hang on. If I came out and said his name was Kwame, tell me you wouldn't have laughed your ass off and then said I was making that shit up. Tell me, Chris.
It's the ducks from.
No, you're not changing the subject here. You're not putting me in this position and then like just dancing around it.
So I'm guessing he learns not to do drugs and that family is important and blah blah blah.
I'm pretty sure all this is a coma dream from overdosing on drugs at this point, and he just woke up from it. Oh, he hurt his little sister. Now it's Alf's turn. Probably the second least qualified person to give him advice. Man, what's it say? The man in charge. The drugs are in charge, Chris.
Oh no.
They threw Pooh Bear into the closet. Oh, wait, we missed this part. He's trying to get the girl to take drugs too, so she knows how her brother feels. All I want to say while we're watching this and probably getting a copyright strike, YouTube, if you actually take down this video and do a copyright strike, it means you don't care about the health of our nation's youth and you want them to do drugs. Now tell me how you like that, YouTube.
Oh no.
Oh God.
Yeah. It goes from like janky to like, oh, this is pretty impressive, and then back to jank. Like there's no consistency.
Well, I think like the reason it does that, Chris, is because like when you see the actual characters like Winnie the Pooh and Bugs Bunny, I think that's their actual animators that animated them. But then I think the rest of it is like animated by like, you know, the cheapest animator they could find.
Yeah, it's
hard
probably, to look at.
Yeah, it was probably a deal with them. It was probably like, yeah, we'll definitely you know, let you use our IPs, but we have to animate them.
That's smart. That's branding, honestly.
Yeah. But my question is, where's Mickey Mouse during all this?
Yeah, he was in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Why can't he be in here?
Yo, Disney, do you not care about the youth of our nation? Do you not care if our youth do drugs? Hard stuff like the marijuanas?
They at least should have gotten Goofy in here.
All right, Goofy might be the third least qualified person to like give advice. I guess they have Winnie the Pooh. They just couldn't spare Mickey Mouse.
Gosh, is that a doobie?
Wait, have you seen Prostitute Mickey?
No.
Oh God. We don't have time for it in this particular episode, but
now that we've experienced the best, I'm going to pose another question to you.
Yeah.
If you were to assemble an animated task force for anti-drug, who would it be? As far as like any animated like feature, like All Stars.
Oh shit! This isn't on the outline, dude. I wasn't prepared for this.
Oh, I know. That's what makes it even that much better, because so many
okay.
So many things are weird about it.
Okay. I think you need the mascots from every single major corporation. So I want Chuck E. Cheese, the new skinny Chuck E. Cheese. He looks like he got off of drugs. So he could be the inspiration piece.
He's in recovery. Yeah.
Yep. I need Mickey Mouse. Just to show what a clean, upstanding citizen of a mouse can look like instead of Chucky.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Hang on. Thinking. I need which M&M was everyone thirsty over? Was it the green M&M?
Yeah.
All right, I need her to play the most important role of all. So while the main character is doing drugs, he needs to go up to a street corner, right? And there needs to be standing in sexy like fishnet stockings, the green M&M, trying to seduce him. All right, here. That's only 3 so far. She's an undercover cop, of course. I'm respectable to women, so she's just playing a role undercover. When the kid
she'll put on the hat or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
The policeman's hat.
Yeah, like when they get her to the hotel room, she'll be like, "You're busted, fucker," and then she'll break into a stripper pose because actually she's a stripper all along, and it's his 18th birthday, so it's all good. No,
I'm confused about this PCA thing.
Anyway, let's see. Oh man,
It's hard. It's
Nickelodeon.
It's random that they got it.
Nickelodeon is going to be Angelica from the Rugrats.
Oh God.
And she's going to be addicted to cookies, but instead of cookies, they're pop brownies. She'll be a teenager in this. So it's Rugrats all grown up, but she's addicted to pop brownies. Let's see. What else? I feel like I'm missing a bunch.
We got to do some that like will scare the main protagonist into it. What was his name? Sonny from Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs. What the fuck is Cocoa Puffs?
That spastic bird that was like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Oh yeah. That's fine. I couldn't fucking think what you were saying, dude.
There's too much going on. Yeah.
There's also going to be fucking Lucky from Lucky Charms, but no one's going to be able to understand a fucking word he says. He's just going to be like, "You got to catch me, mate." Well, that was Australian. I don't know why he's Australian. Let's see. What else, though? Does Cartoon Network have a mascot? Is Cartoon Network even a thing anymore?
Yeah. I mean, they kind of reuse old stuff, but...
Johnny Bravo. This is where we bring Johnny Bravo back, and it's the nod to all the 90s kids. He'll talk about safe, protective sex.
And consent.
Yeah, and
that's the only way to redeem everything.
Well, no. I'm going all in on everyone's fucked up like bullshit. So he's going to be constantly macking on the green M&M.
Whoa, pretty mama.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Chris, help me out here. Who else are we putting in this mashup? Can I get an animated Shaquille O'Neal?
I don't see why not. I mean, the government's paying for this, so
okay, yeah. I'm getting a fucking animated Shaq, and he doesn't have any lines. Like, I'm not writing any script for him. He's going to ad lib. I feel like that's the best way to do Shaq.
Like, don't even tell him what the thing is for. Just have him freeform talk.
Yeah. I feel like that's how you get the most raw version of Shaq. I kind of want Rock Lee from Naruto.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I feel like he's the most inspirational person in Naruto, honestly.
Yeah, no, I'm 100% behind that one. Yeah.
All right, hang on. Can I get Mike Guy and Rock Lee together so they can talk about how youth should be spent on chasing love and chasing goals instead of chasing drugs?
I would 100% sanction this. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I feel like we're missing so many. Can we get Robert Downey Jr.? So, like, I want to animate Robert Downey Jr. and I want him to actually tell word for word his drug addiction story, but I want to do it in Iron Man's outfit.
Stop looking at my pendant. Stop. Yeah, no, that'd be amazing. I can get behind all of that.
Is there anyone else you can think of that we need?
I think we need a video game character, and I'm totally down for Captain Falcon. Like when the character finally reveals like, oh, I shouldn't do drugs, and you just see Captain Falcon in all his glory just going, yes.
Yes. Does he come racing in on like one of the speeders or something, and then he rolls out just like his victory pose in Smash?
Yeah, and just yes. And I think that'd be a perfect way to end it.
I feel like we should have Mario at some point talking about magic shrooms.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I mean, there's so much that we can
yeah.
go into. That'd be amazing. Government, give us money. So yeah, there's the new All Stars.
Chris, why don't they pay us for this?
I don't know. So rolling into the next question, it doesn't have to be about the drug scenario, but what team ups would you like to see? Like, I know there's so many different things, and the medium rather, it's starting to like kind of cross pollinate finally. I mean, fuck, Disney bought Fox, so like we're gonna see X-Men with the Avengers and stuff eventually. But I mean, in your own personal like wish list of crossovers, what would you like to see?
Give me a few minutes. How about you give me yours first?
Oh yeah, so I was always a big proponent of Batman versus everybody, but I'd really love to do like a planet of like Batman versus the Predator. I know there's been comics, but I'd love to see an animated featurette like that.
Okay.
Just a super decked out Batman versus like an elder Predator. I think that would be really, really amazing.
Okay.
That was one of the bigger ones that I've always like, why haven't they done it yet? And then I would really like to see an Avengers versus X-Men. I was always a super big fan of Marvel versus Capcom. And just seeing Captain America versus like Cyclops and stuff like that was really interesting to me. That was a big crossover event that I wish I could see on the screen.
But Chris, you're forgetting about the best crossover event of all time. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers.
Oh,
do you remember that?
That'd be like 90s nostalgia overload.
That was the real thing. That really happened.
Oh man,
did you?
There's so much media we got to go over.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you not see that either?
Again, there's too much to experience nowadays.
Yeah, well, that happened back in the 90s when we were kids, dude.
Yeah, I must have missed it. I mean, I only had basic cable. I never had a satellite or anything.
Oh, okay then.
Growing up poor.
So I finally figured out what type of crossover like thing I would want. Did you ever watch World's Deadliest Warrior?
Oh yeah.
So I want something like that, but for all characters. So similar to what Rooster Teeth do with death battles on YouTube. But I want them. It's fine if Rooster Teeth does it actually. Like I think they do a good job. But I want them to have like the budget of like, Deadliest Warrior and stuff like that. That way they can really put in the work, figure out the science. And then what I want is for them to have like Goku versus Naruto in his prime. I want freaking, Superman versus Mike Guy and all this bullshit. Would some people get bodied? Yes, but I just want like complete and utter, like unadulterated, like no bias at all, like science behind it. Like, well, my guy dodged a bullet and that bullet's moved this fast. So therefore, my guy must move at least this fast.
I can get behind like a really in-depth, because World's Deadliest Warrior, they actually broke it down like long range, mid range, hand-to-hand combat, like assigning those like intrinsic values.
Exactly.
And then see like play a scenario to see how that would affect it.
And like I would really like it like if they took different looks at it. Like, okay, so Superman would probably beat most people, but then I want them to look and go, well, what if this person had access to teleport Superman and they could teleport him to a place with red kryptonite, or black kryptonite? And it's like, oh, he basically dies instantly upon entering that world,
Yeah, I remember reading the the really fantastic Superman versus Muhammad Ali where he lost his powers and got his ass kicked.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
You know what anime is actually really good and does actually like real world crossovers with anime crossovers? It's called Baki. Have you ever heard of Baki?
Was it on Netflix?
Yeah, they started continuing Baki on. So if you want to do Baki right, you have to watch it from the beginning.
The original, right?
Yeah. The original came out in like the early 2000s, around the same time like Dragon Ball Z and everything. But basically, the story of Baki the Grappler is Baki is the son of the world's strongest. They don't even call it the world's strongest man. They call him the world's strongest beast because he can like punch an elephant and kill it, basically. Okay. So, but all his dad wanted in life was to create a son that could beat him, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, basically, he found a woman that had a lot of influence, impregnated her on the first fucking try. Don't even get me started on that bullshit. He just looks at her and says, "You're gonna make me a son." And like literally the next scene, she's giving fucking birth. But the whole goal is he wants to fight someone better than him, so he creates his son to fight. And the whole storyline is Baki is growing up and he's like fighting these better and better fighters. So he fights like Muhammad Ali's son. He fights freaking Mike Tyson. He fights freaking like great martial artists from Japan and stuff, but these are all based on real world people. And the author,
interesting. And
the author is super into like kinesiology and body movement, so almost everything is anatomically correct. Like a punch is a real punch type of thing. So I highly recommend Baki the Grappler. It's a little bit over the top, especially his dad, but it's so worth it.
If any anime is tame, is it even worth watching?
Right? Exactly. There is a creepy scene later on when Baki finds a girl that he has a thing for, and they finally do it, where Baki's dad just is hovering over their bed while they're still asleep, and the girl wakes up, and he just looks her dead in the eye, and he's like, "Do this every day, like, you know, morning, noon, and night. Just crave each other, get lost in each other, make my son stronger."
Okay, Dad.
Right? But yeah, so Baki the Grappler, great mashup, real world versus anime.
No, I'll definitely have to look into it. I keep seeing it on Netflix. I never really have the time to shotgun something. So
yeah, I feel it.
Okay, so yeah, so moving on to our final question of the evening. If you had a chance to meet your animated / superhero idol for 24 full hours, who would it be and what would you do?
Oh, all right, you go first. I have to think about this harder.
Man, I kept thinking long and hard about it because, like, honestly, there's so many things that I draw inspiration from. And I keep going back, like, oh, this is great. And then 10 minutes later, I'll be like, oh, but this is better. Oh, man. It's one of those really deep philosophical questions because
I get 24 hours with them.
Yeah.
Question. If I meet them for 24 hours, can they teach me how to do the things they do? Like, not necessarily become Super Saiyan, but can Goku teach me how to fly?
I mean, if he's real, then yeah, I'd assume that, you know,
the abilities are also real.
Yeah, I mean, it comes with the territory. Yeah.
Okay.
While you're thinking, also, you know, viewers, watchers, listeners, leave a comment below and let us know what you would do. I mean, there's such a variable pantheon of amazing, well-written characters, and it'd be interesting to see what you guys think.
All right, I'm torn, but I have two options.
Go for it.
Okay. First of all, my first choice is Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist. I'd have him teach me how to become an alchemist. like at least teach me the basic principles so I could begin to do alchemy. And then also I think he would just have the best like stories to listen to. Or the other option is I'd really like to meet Mike Guy or meet Rock Lee, and I'd want them to teach me how to open the 8 inner gates.
But that's dangerous, John.
It is dangerous, but I really love their ninja way of to protect and or to defend and protect one's ninja way.
Yeah, no, that'd be amazing. For me, it was again, I keep bouncing back and forth. I think Naruto would be kind of cool because the guy likes to eat. We did a shit ton of ramen.
Right.
Again, something that's very inspiring, sticking your ideals, no matter how hard it is, never giving up on friends. Like that kind of integrity was always such a cool thing that drew me to the character. Like obviously being able to shoot lasers out of your eyes and everything is cool, but never losing sight of who you are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, given everything, if it was 2 different decisions, he could have been the world's scariest villain, for instance, you know?
For sure. Keep talking. It's just, you know how we keep looking at screens, aka my screen?
Yeah.
Do you see this right here? Batman versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Oh, yeah.
This is just a movie that we can rent. Chris, one day, we're going to do a 24-hour movie marathon. Just me and you on Twitch.
I'd be down. I'd be down to watch Batman. Is he fighting the Ninja Turtles in the movie?
It says versus, so I'm assuming he's fighting them.
Oh, Batman would win though, wouldn't he?
I don't know. Was he trained in the ninja arts? I mean, he was, but was he trained in the ninja arts by Master Splinter?
I mean, what's not really. I mean, how much does a rat know about martial arts though?
Well, Master Splinter grew up on the desk of a martial artist. He watched him every day. Before Master Splinter got his mutant powers, he was already a fucking rat practicing ninjutsu.
I guess, but aren't turtles like slow though?
Nope, not listening to
it. You're spoiling the movie.
Ninja Turtles win every time. Shouldn't have Batman lost to fucking Superman? Shouldn't he have, Chris?
And this is why we need to make a Deadliest Warrior. Oh, that's beautiful.
Right?
Yeah, no, but Naruto would be a great again, just cool guy. It'd be cool to learn certain things like Shadow Clone would be kind of useful, especially like cleaning the house and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that.
And yeah, no, I mean, like, there's so many great characters. It's hard. I'm gonna wake up in the middle of the night like I should have said this, but it's okay. So yeah, that kind of wraps up. We do have to mention the lovely guest character week, the
Geek of the week.
Geek of the week. We need to do a little audio cue for that. The Geek of the Week.
We do.
And for this week, just a shout out to Chris Evans, who not only played, Captain America, but also Johnny Blaze from the Fantastic Four. Remember that?
Yeah, dude. He even said that he would do it again. He said if they wanted to, he would be an older Johnny Blaze in the new Fantastic Four coming out.
It'd be interesting. I mean, I don't remember much of that movie other than that it sucked, but I remember genuinely enjoying Chris Evans.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I mean, he's been all over the place with Buzz Lightyear.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's just so much, and us Chris's have to stick together.
Oh, of course.
But yeah, no, I mean, he seems like a super swell guy, and I just had to mention that because I keep seeing him over and over in the news and everything. So you should.
Yeah, definitely. So Chris, I've been doing this thing where I'm trying to get you to sell your morals, right?
Nope.
Yeah. So, Chris, I have another question for you. I have to get super
Mhm.
close. So, Chris, you're driving down the road and you have to hit one of the two groupings of people. One of them is actually, no, let's just do the classic freight train thing. So, Chris,
Uh-huh.
so there's a train hurtling down the rails, right? And you happen to be walking by and you're at the switch lever. You don't have enough time to call anyone, but you can choose to pull the switch. If you don't pull the switch, the train will hit probably close to 100 people. Or you can pull the switch and it'll hit one person. Which do you choose? Do you just do you just let it hit the 100 people, or do you choose to let it hit the one person?
How many people are on the train?
Let's assume no people on the train.
I pull the lever in the middle and have the train.
Nope, there's one lever. There's one lever and it switches between the two tracks.
But if I don't pull it all the way, right, it'll just go down the middle.
Fine then. There's 1,000 fucking people on the train.
No. You said it was empty.
I mean, there's a driver on it, so you're still killing one.
That's not necessarily true.
It's a freight train, dude. I said freight train at the beginning of this. So how many freight trains do you know that are automated?
No, but I mean, it's not necessarily true. If it gets derailed, the main cart, like I think mostly it always like stands. It's the tail end of it that flips over, right?
Let's assume it going in the middle does nothing. Like it doesn't switch the track enough or anything. He would just stay on the same track. You might jump a little bit.
You're trying real hard, aren't you? You're grasping at the last bottom of the barrel.
The question is actually a real psychological question, and there isn't any like, oh, the middle. Like it's like I thought the reason I said it was empty was because I thought you were thinking more like, well, if I let it hit the 100 and there's 1,000 people on the train, there's a chance the train like gets derailed because of all the bodies of hitting the 100, you know? So I wanted to make it very clear. It was like the train is going to be fine, whichever one you go to. It's just either 100 people are getting murdered or one person's getting murdered.
You just love death so much, John. You want to eradicate a species like Thanos.
I just want to prove that people are willing to do some like crazy things, like whether it be on purpose, whether it be for money, for power, for women, you know, there's always something. So this question is basically, do you choose to like literally kill one person, or just say God or fate made these 100 people be on the train track while the train was hurtling towards them? That's really what the question is.
Yeah, I got what you're trying to lay down here, Daddy-O, but I ain't part of the system.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's unfortunate that anybody has to die.
So you're just going to let the train continue hurtling towards them?
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
It's one of those things like, I don't know why there would be 101 people on a freaking train track.
Yeah.
First off.
I mean, obviously, anytime I pose these questions, it's designed to make it very apparent. Like, I guess the argument could be there's two people on one side of the train and one on the other. You know, like two friends were walking around the train and one got their leg caught in the rail. And so both of them were trying to help the one off. And then the other one, I don't know, is a dude that got drunk at a party and stumbled into the rail. The reason I say 100 is because it makes it more apparent. It's like, oh, 100 lives versus one life.
Yeah, you're trying to jar it in a direction.
But, yeah, it's like, you know, save 100. But I mean, it's the same arguments with, do you let it hit 2 or do you choose to let it hit 1? You know?
Yeah, the pragmatist in me says, oh, well, it makes sense to do the 1. But I mean, who's like, it's getting down to that Full Metal Alchemist, where it's like equal and opposite.
Yeah.
Or was it equal and
what if
equivalent
I
exchanges?
what if the two people on the train, so the ones, so the train's hurtling towards the group of people, let's call it a group of people, okay?
Mhm.
So you can either switch the track to hit one person. The one person, let's make him as pathetic as humanly possible. It's one person that hasn't done anything with his life. He like lives on people's couches, like he's a couch surfer, and all that. Like, he is definitely not going to be the next president. He's not going to solve world hunger. He's not going to cure cancer. Meanwhile, like, the group it's already hurtling towards is a group of scientists. Let's say 10 of them are studying the hunger crisis, and they're, like a few decades away from solving that. Another couple of them are trying to cure cancer, and they have a good study going on with lab rats right now. And the rest of them are studying AIDS, and they're getting close to a breakthrough. Does that change the equation?
You just want to hear me kill somebody.
I just want to know. I just want to know if you legitimately would not switch it. I would switch that in a heartbeat. If I knew that was the statistics there, 100% every time I throw that lever.
I guess it all depends. I mean, it's one of those things where it's easy to compartmentalize and say, oh, this person has an arbitrary value of X, while this one has a Y. But it's that God complex you have, John. It's the God complex of, if you're not a benefit to society, that means you can never, ever, ever have a chance to be redeemed, or, second chances. I mean, what's to say that, unfortunately, if the people were to, and the science camp were to perish, that person isn't inspired to do something with their life. You know what I mean? I mean, there's always a possibility. What's to say that those scientists never come to fruition? But the one guy was able to help hundreds of lives because he decided to clean himself up and help and donate and do what he can for the community.
But I basically gave you 100 people that were guaranteed. Like, I tried to do everything within my power to not flat out say, this dude has the cure for cancer, this dude has the cure for AIDS, this dude has the cure for world hunger. Like, do you want me to do that? Fine. There's 3 people on the fucking train track. There's one person on this. There's a lever. You can pull the lever and the one person's getting hit, but the other 3 will live. Or vice versa, you can just let the train hit the 3. Which are you getting rid of?
If you were a computer, you would like short circuit is like, does not compute, error, and then your head would have popped off.
At this point, Chris, it's a matter of my pride, dude. Like,
I gotta drag it to my level, goddammit. No, I mean, again, the instant I'd start picking and choosing who I believe is worthy, or what I think of as intrinsic value, I become no better than everyone else.
Okay.
If fate had it that this was supposed to happen, and if there's a chance that I can intervene without doing as much harm or make it even worse, what's to say, I pull the lever, the one guy gets killed, but flops over and gets the other 100. So I killed everybody. What about that possibility?
For the argument's sake of the question, that can't happen. The train will stay upright. It's going to plow through the people.
Hooray, we're saved. Oh, and then you just like slowly walk away, right?
Oh man, Chris.
But yeah, if it was meant to be, I don't know if there's a divine plan or if it's just a bunch of randomness, but I say do the best thing that you can, do as much good as you can while you're on this earth, and everything else is just up to chance. Because I mean, I would hate to be, on the other side of that. Imagine, it's just you on the left side versus the other 100 scientists.
I mean, to be fair, I would like to believe with my thought process that I would, if you chose to let me live and killed off, in theory, the 100 scientists that I just basically said are guaranteed to solve these 3 major issues. Fuck, I'll say out of the 100, every single scientist there is going to solve a different world issue. Mm-hmm. You know, like, I would be very upset with you if you let the 100 die over me. Like, if I found out about that.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, it's one of those things. Like, I don't ever want to be in that situation, but if it had to be, just do the best thing that in that moment that you can. Mm-hmm. And
but why is it the best thing to save the 100?
Because, like, again, I don't know what these people have done. They could have been 100 scientists that were going to cure, but what if they become Hitlers? What if they're all like Martin Shkreli's, where they're going to up the price to unimaginable proportions for a life-saving thing?
But isn't the world better still, even if it costs billions? Someone somewhere along the way would be able to figure out a generic version that would make it somewhat cheaper. Like, wouldn't it be better if you could cure AIDS even at the cost of $1 billion? I'm not saying that's right. We're not arguing about that, but like, isn't the world a better place even if it is $1 billion cure for AIDS?
Okay, let me switch it on you. What if let's say you had all this knowledge because of this what if scenario?
Yeah.
Everybody on the 100 side, yes, they're scientists. Yes, they are on the cusp of these grand researchers. But what if every single one of them was a really atrocious person? People who have murdered, who have been known to be pedophilic, did all this kind of horrible stuff that you would condemn anyone else for, to spending life in prison.
I'm letting it hit the hundreds of people at that point.
And then the other guy was just a normal, just Joe Schmo who didn't do anything.
If I know for a 100% certainty, like, even if I knew for 100% certainty only 50% of them were pedophiles, rapists, and like other atrocious, crimes, I'm letting the train hit them 100% of the time.
See, like, now there's a paradigm shift, right?
Well, that's it. All right, let's assume. Let's keep playing this game, Chris. Let's assume for the question, the 100 people are 100% clean. Like, they've gone to school, they've done charity work, they love their mamas and dads, and everything. They're just genuinely good people, and they're going to cure, whatever, throw in whatever you feel needs to be taken care of first, against the one person. And once again, for the sake of the question, these people are pure honest beings. If they died right now, like, the world would be a worse off place because they lost 100 good Samaritans, And then the other person, like I said, can be a normal guy. At that point, he could be motherfucking Teresa.
Do you stay up at night just thinking like, oh, I'm gonna get him? This will be the week. I'm gonna.
Chris, I've already told you there have only been 2 people that have been, I'm going to say, this righteous. One of them is you. The other one is one of my old coworkers from my current job. She also basically took the same stance as you, where she essentially doesn't want to play God because she's just a mere human. And I think your guys' heart's in the right place, but I still subscribe to the idea. I might not have found the right scenario, but I can get your morals to bend and break at some point.
When did you become an anime villain, by the way?
Oh, dude.
that line alone.
This has been a long time coming, dude. Like, I've always been like this. My favorite character for the longest time when we were growing up was Dr. House from the medical drama House.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That explains a lot too. Yeah.
Like, if that gives you any idea, he was one of my favorite all-time characters from any show. I still love the medical drama House, by the way. I just love my main thing is, yes, he is kind of an asshole, but he is honest. Like, that's my big thing. I respect honesty above like everything else.
Mhm. Bluntness almost to that point. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know. Like, I'd rather have a president, for example, that, you know, maybe doesn't do atrocious things, but, you know, does semi bad things. Like, he has a mistress and stuff like that, but he's open about it, like he's honest about it. Than like a president that pretends to be all neat and clean and does the same things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I suppose. I mean,
Like if it's a
still
1-to-1, like,
vehemently.
you know, obviously there's things I do not tolerate. I already told you I would kill 100 people if in the group 50 of them were rapists and murderers. So,
Mhm.
you know, there's some things I don't forgive, but like one for one, like if, you know, if someone was, if we had two presidents sitting at the same time, or, you know, one term apart from each other, and one of them was super honest but took on mistresses, was not like awfully racist but definitely had racist tendencies, maybe where they grew up or something, but was honest
Biases and
about,
stuff.
yeah, like I would rather have the honest president than the closeted president, basically.
That's fair. I mean,
I'd rather not
man.
have either president, but
in this scenario, yeah.
yeah, in the 1-to-1 scenario, I value like honesty over like a lot of stuff in this world.
It's very rare to come by. Yeah.
Yeah. Honesty and truth. Those are my two things. I guess I'm the little homunculus from freaking Full Metal Alchemist that just wanted to attain truth.
Yeah, because like the few times it sounded like you're gonna, before you said house, I thought you were like, my favorite character was Light from Death Note.
Oh, he's like a top character also.
Of course, yeah.
Oh,
Well,
100%. If a Death Note falls into my lap, the first thing I'm doing to make sure that thing is real is I'm going to find the most heinous prisoner in our prison system, write his name down. And then if he dies in the way I write, I'm definitely using that book to clean up a lot of prisoners. I'd start with the sex offender registry and go from there.
on that happy note, it's been a blast. It's been really nostalgic and very scary, but I'm always happy to do these podcasts. And woo, yeah.
What a ride.
What a wild ride. But yes, thanks for everybody for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for dropping in. You can always find your favorite collectible trading card games over here at Card Pantheon. Don't forget to comment and timestamp so you can get this delightful tin. Is that Blue Eyes versus the Dark Magician?
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
yes, it is.
Starting in 2020 and finishing up this year, they're printing out 3 different tins, one for each year, and together it makes the stone tablet from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, perp. See, oh,
yeah,
chef's kiss. Yeah. No, that's amazing. So yeah, just remember, comment, timestamp. We're always curious. Definitely leave us a comment about your squad of anti-drug, or just a crossover you guys would like to see. We're always interested. If we get multiple submissions, we'll talk about it. We'll kind of hash it out here. But yeah, anything else you'd like to add, John?
Don't forget, shop at cardpantheon.com.
Oh yeah, it's lovely. It's all nice and clean over there. All right. Well, I guess that's it. So yeah, have a good one, everybody.
Bye-bye.